Hey everyone, Michael Lin here, back with another episode, and we're continuing on Taiwanese bakeries. But guess what? 'Tis the season, the perfect season for mooncakes because it is zhong or Mid-Autumn Festival. I went to our local bakery here in San Gabriel called A&J or k-tāu for some mooncake, and that is what we eat for Mid-Autumn Festival, one of the three major Lunar, Confucian, Chinese, Asian holidays that we celebrate. And you know, as a child, I always thought this was a standard mooncake, but guess what? It's not. This is actually not the mooncake from Taiwan. I found out on a trip to Taiwan during Zhong, during Mid-Autumn Festival, that Taiwanese mooncakes don't look square or round or have intricate designs on them. They look more like this. They're white and they're round and they have simple red stamp designs on them. Sometimes they're, whoop, well, I'm ruining that. But this is what a Taiwanese mooncake looks like. And sometimes other bakeries will tell you that a Taiwanese mooncake looks something like this as well. But this is actually the original one. And we call this lü dou peng. But it's eaten year-round. But when it's Lunar New Year, when it's Mid-Autumn Festival, then it becomes a yue bǐng. Yue is the word for moon, and bǐng is the word for pastry or cake or bread. And so this is filled with mung bean or green beans. Very, very flaky, soft outside. And whoa, this one in the middle's got a salted egg yolk, which is supposed to symbolize the moon. And the roundness of the mooncake is supposed to symbolize the harmony of family gathering. So this, ladies and gentlemen, especially Taiwanese Americans, what your parents did not tell you, and they should have done a better job. Hey, Taiwanese parents, do a better job of telling the next generation about our culture and history. But actually, it's okay, because if you do, I probably wouldn't have this job. But here we go. We're gonna have a taste of the k-tāu A&J Bakery lü dou peng yue bǐng. I'm making a giant mess, as always, because this is so flaky and crumbly and sweet and salty. And I will tell you, in America, I have not had a better lü dou peng or a Taishi yue bǐng from anywhere other than k-tāu. Of course, all the big chain bakeries sell it. JJ Bakery, 85C, which is known for their Mid-Autumn Festival mooncakes. And Sun Mary has really, really fun, interesting, creative mooncakes like the rainbow unicorn mooncake or the chocolate boluo mooncake. And they have like a taro one. It gets crazy and very fun and interesting. But this one, the traditional, simple, authentic one, no one does it better than k-tāu. This is so good. Oh. Taiwanese Americans, this is, and a train is passing by. Lovely. Does this always happen when I do my videos? This is the way to go, this flakiness. Look how golden that mung bean paste in the middle is. It's so good. You can, by the way, sometimes, so you gotta ask for the vegetarian one. Otherwise, you'll get a little bit of seasoned ground pork in the middle, which is also traditional and authentic. You can also ask for the one without egg yolk if you don't like it. But I really love that salted egg yolk in the middle. But you can do it plain as well. But back in the day, what I learned when I was a kid was that the yue bǐng, or the mooncakes, were filled with messages because, and look, there's so many different myths and legends behind Zhong and why the mooncakes are a thing. But the way that I learned it was that the Chinese were under attack and oppressed, and in order to overtake the kingdom or dynasty, someone decided to put messages inside the mooncakes and pass them out for Mid-Autumn Festival. And when they bit into the mooncakes, these little messages said like something like, at the height of the moon at midnight, when the moon is the brightest, or something like that, we're going to re-attack and take back our kingdom and land and people. All right, don't quote me on that. I'm sure there's a much more legitimate source. My role here is to let you know that there was not just this square brown mooncake. This is actually the Hong Kong or Guangdong Cantonese style mooncake that has been prevalent all across the world, because Cantonese were the first to set up all the Chinatowns around the world. And so nobody really knows the Taiwanese mooncake other than older Taiwanese people, young people who live in Taiwan. Maybe they don't even know, but now we know, so this is cool. But that is your friendly warning, heads up, that next week is Mid-Autumn Festival. So 中秋节快乐, everyone. Make sure you go and get your mooncakes. And maybe you don't invite all the ants to the party. I mean, uncles and aunts, yes. Not the ants with the several legs, because they're coming. They're coming for my mooncake. Last thing, of course, we gotta go out and see the moon, because it's gonna be at its biggest and brightest and fullest the night of and the day after Mid-Autumn Festival, which this year, 2021, is September 21st. 中秋节快乐, everyone.